Hello, everybody. This is Bugsy here. Playing for guys. I'm playing freaking Virtual Quest, and oh my god, I love it. But at the same time, I kind of hate it. I mean, I think if you're gonna play it, you're gonna have fun. But I don't even think it's my emulator. Just the controls are kind of unresponsive at some points. I don't even think it's the emulation's fault. Eh. But right now I'm just enjoying it. It's a little bit on the difficult side, but I feel like that's more my fault than it is the game's fault. You know what I mean? I haven't really finished it yet, but these are just my thoughts about it right now. The melancholy of God dang it! So there's an Ultimate Collector's Edition. How about give us a season? How about give us a new season of it? Could we get that? No. And oh yeah, guys, we're getting close to the season finale of Steven Universe, and we gotta wait for a hiatus. But good news, we only gotta wait for a week, and then we're gonna be running like clockwork. Oh my god, the Aloha Pikachu. It looks kind of different. I like it. Everybody's like, why are these Pokemon getting different changes? I don't know. Which makes me think. Which basically makes me think, like, are they gonna add those to Pokemon Go? So if like you're on like Hawaii or whatnot, you'll find like Aloha versions of Ghostbusters Killers. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, but like, and I'm not trying to be a douche and rub everything in, but it's like, I mean, the only thing that was good was the gadgets. I gotta be honest. The only thing that was really good about it was the gadgets. Everything else kind of sucked. I did watch a little bit of it, but after that, I was just done. A live Teddy Ruxpin, oh god! The nostalgia critic or Doug Walker encapsulated why I really don't like Teddy Ruxpin. But there was an actual live action series. I'm scared. No, I'm literally scared right now. No. I'm fucking. No, I'll look at that later. Because I don't want to hear you. I don't want you guys to hear me scream like a little girl on prom night or an anime fan on prom night. Seriously, I'm gonna use that joke whenever because god dang people, learn to have a thicker skin. I'm sorry, but it really does it truly does piss me off because like a lot of other people were tripping about a lot of you were tripping about Mighty Number 9, but a lot of you were tripping about that one line. You guys shouldn't care. That's all I'm trying to say. Pokemon Go is saving otakus. Yeah, probably the ones that want to stay inside all day. I'll look at Joey's little video about it later. Super. How drunk was Super Saiyan Rose be? Super Saiyan Rose. don't know. Maybe my head's in Steven Universe, so it's like, What? Leo Kimojo takes over Disney movie news for August. Oh. Alright, cool. Didn't I just see this? Alright, since it's about the Killing Joke, we're gonna look at it again. I'm sorry, guys. I love the Killing Joke, and I love it, but I love it, and we're all gonna look at it. Okay, I'm sorry. The Killing Joke is one of my favorite stories.
Full Sail University. Batman the Killing Joke is an iconic story shrouded in a bit of mystery, especially the ending. Take this panel here, for example. Many people believe that this shows Batman clearly reaching out and killing the Joker. This is supported by how Joker's laughter abruptly stops a few panels later as the light in the rain slowly goes out. As we discussed in our last video on the subject, there's no basis for this idea in real life, but, something has to happen, right? Are we really supposed to believe that Batman and Joker simply share a laugh together in the rain and that's it? No. What's really going on here?
Okay, but then they just spent the last comic misconception saying Batman didn't kill the Joker. Now they're actually going to talk about it.
We're back today talking about the Killing Joke. If you missed the first video we did on it discussing how it probably was never Alan Moore's intent for Batman to kill Joker, you can click that card right up there to check it out before moving forward with this video. But just because it might not have been what Moore intended doesn't mean you as a reader can't interpret it as Batman intentionally ending the Joker once and for all. Still, there are a few inconsistencies with that idea, right? Firstly, and most obviously, if Joker really did die, how do you explain him coming back in subsequent stories? Well, recent revelations of the DC Universe tell us that there is not one Joker, but actually 3, meaning Batman could have killed one, and every appearance of the Clown Prince after that has been one of the remaining 2 Jokers. As of this recording, we just don't know yet. But let's imagine that this is the case.
Because they haven't touched on it yet.
A little?
I'm waiting, DC. Come on. I'm waiting. Bugsy is waiting. I want to know. I want to know about these 3 Jokers. I mean, you introduce it and you're not doing anything with it right now, and I'm just kind of, there's some things I want to know. Bugsy, you've been playing too much Virtual Quest. I'm sorry, it enrages me. Dude, guys, Bugsy was literally screaming, I'm going to fucking kill you, Shun, and pull out your eyeballs. I've seen him do that. It's not a pretty sight.
Suspicious of Joker popping up after he supposedly died by the Dark Knight's own hands? And you'd think that killing his nemesis would impact Batman at least a little bit, right? Forget Batman's rule against killing, we've seen evidence to the contrary both in and out of the comics, but the whole point of the Killing Joke was to showcase the symbiotic relationship between Joker and Bats. In some weird way, they need each other. For Batman to kill Joker would undermine that whole narrative of the book. And I know what you're thinking, but the joke! You're forgetting about the joke! Okay, yes, Joker did tell a joke at the end of the story. It's about 2 inmates who are escaping from an asylum by jumping from rooftop to rooftop. The first one makes it to civilization, while the second one is left behind, too scared to make the leap. The first inmate has an idea. He'll shine his flashlight across the building so the scared inmate can walk across the beam of light to freedom. But the second guy says, "What do you think, I'm crazy? You'd turn it off when I was halfway across." If you hadn't caught on, the joke is meant to represent Batman and Joker's relationship. They're both lunatics with a taste for the theatrical. They each had one bad day that pushed them past the edge of sanity. But Batman is the first inmate who managed to escape the asylum while Joker is stuck behind. Batman tries to help Joker, but with methods that will ultimately fail, like trying to walk across a beam of light. And that's what many believe is shown on the final panels of the Killing Joke. It's the beam of light that finally goes out as Batman snaps the neck of his worst enemy. A literal lights out for the Joker. In Julian Darius's And the Universe So Big, the author masterfully lays out an alternate theory. Instead of Batman strangling Joker or breaking his neck, Darius suggests a different cause of death. The Joker's own venom. Let's look at the facts. Throughout the book, we see constant hand imagery. Just within the first few pages, we see Batman getting out of a Batmobile with a shot of his hand closing the door. A close-up of Two-Face's hands in his jail cell. We see the Joker imposter dealing cards as Batman tries to talk to him. During this interaction, there's a huge focus on both of their hands. That's just the first 5 pages. And look at all these other panels that focus on hands. And if you think we're just reaching here,
I'm not saying anything.
It's like the artwork
because I'm getting my mind blown again, please. Oh my god. So, you're telling me that Joker died by his own venom. That actually does kind of make sense because they both laugh. They both laugh and the Joker's laugh stops. Oh dear God. Oh God. Okay, I need to listen to this a little bit more. Shit.
It's trying to send a message. Watch the hands. In the midst of the final battle sequence with Batman and Joker, we get this series of strange shots. Batman is staring intently at his hand, as if there was something there. It's weird, right? What is he looking at? Some fans have speculated that he's glancing into a tiny mirror that allowed him to block and attack the Joker without turning around, but a small gadget like that was never established in the story prior to this moment, and therefore doesn't make a whole lot of sense. However, there is one handheld item that was established earlier, the Joker's poison needle. When Joker was obtaining the amusement park from one of its owners, he shook the man's hand to mark their deal. Little did the man know that Joker, in his classic clowny style, hid a poison needle in his... where? That's right, his hand. When Joker's venom made its way into the man's system, he instantly dies. That toxic needle comes back into play during Joker's final physical confrontation with the Caped Crusader. The clown attempts to stab Batman with the needle, the same way he did to the park owner. Batman kicks it away, and the device is sent flying through the air. Moments later, Joker disorients Batman by pulling on his cowl and smacking him over the head with a plank of wood. Batman stumbles for a beat. When he emerges, he's back on this panel, staring at his hands. Darius proposes that Batman stumbled onto the poison needle he just kicked out of Joker's possession. As an unbalanced Batman lifts himself up, he accidentally comes in contact with the toxic device. The needle punctures the glove. He feels it. He checks to make sure that it doesn't make contact with his flesh as he pulls it from his palm. Luckily, he's fine. But Batman is now filled with rage as he realizes how close he came to a meaningless death on top of all that's already happened that night. You can see the immediate tone shift in the next few panels. Batman is noticeably angrier as he delivers the finishing blow to Joker. What if Batman then pockets the poison-laced needle? A last resort in case he can't stop his nemesis this time. He made an eloquent speech at the beginning of the comic about how he's worried about how their story together will end. They're locked in a suicide course, where one or possibly both of them will die by journey's end. Batman needs to know he made a genuine attempt to talk things over and avert that outcome. Just once. When he tries this at the end of the issue, Joker shuts him down. It's far too late. Knowing that he made a sincere effort, Batman realizes that there's nothing more to do but kill the Clown Prince, closing the book on their adventures. He takes the poison needle he stashed under his cape, reaches out in laughter, and stabs Joker with his own toxin, killing the clown. Hence, the abrupt end to Joker's laughter as the lights go out. Unfortunately, this theory suffers from a lot of the same flaws the others do. We still have to account for Joker's appearances after the fact. We still have to wonder why Batman never...
about this theory I don't get. The Joker himself is immune to his own toxin. It's been proven before that he's been immune to it. He can get hit with it so many different times, but it has been shown in comics prior that he's immune to it. So, I mean, it's a good little theory and it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, I don't see it because it's, the Joker has said before he's immune to his own freaking toxin. he has an immunity for it. He's always
referenced
had
it or seemed to be impacted by it in later comics. Plus, there is one major flaw. The theory hinges on the idea that Joker can be killed by his own poison needle, but in fact, he can't. He's immune to his own Joker venom.
Yes!
It says in Batman number 663, quote, "As an avid consumer of his own chemical experiments, the Joker's immunity to poison concoctions that might kill another man in an instant has been developed over years of dedicated abuse." End quote. Kind of makes the whole theory crumble at its foundation. So,
God
guess
dang.
that's it.
So I just
Batman and Joker just share a laugh at the end of the story like old chums. Nothing special happens. But wait a minute, Batman number 663 was printed in 2007. The Killing
Yes.
Joke was printed in 1988, much earlier.
Yes.
The quote says that he built up his immunity of poisons over years. He wasn't immediately immune after he took a fall into a chemical bath. Perhaps at this point in time, Joker was still at least a little susceptible to his own homebrew poison. It wouldn't have to kill him. He'd still have a little bit of immunity, but maybe if Batman gave him a direct injection directly to his heart, Joker would at least be paralyzed, like the park owner, even if only temporarily. And that's why Joker feels so stiff in those final panels, and why his laughter stops so abruptly. He's effectively frozen in place due to his own venom, but not dead, which mirrors Barbara in the story. An eye for an eye. Joker paralyzed her, so Batman paralyzed Joker, even if they were both only temporary. But the joke! What about the joke? Right, well,
Dude!
perhaps it doesn't symbolize that Joker died. Remember, in that story, the light beam was coming from the first inmate, the one that escaped the asylum, the one that represents Batman. The light turning off doesn't stand in for the Joker dying, but rather Batman giving up hope. That light represented him trying to help Joker, even though his methods might not be the most effective. But now that Batman had his one chance to talk everything through with the Joker and was met with nothing in return, he gave up. He stopped shining his light. Joker truly is beyond repair. And this
Yep.
final joke killed Batman's hopes of him ever being rehabilitated. That's why later comics show Batman coming real close to the point of killing Joker. In Hush, for example, Batman almost murders him.
Yeah,
One
he
about to
did.
kill
And that was the first issue of Batman's 5 Quest for Catwoman's pussy. See what I did there? You know, I said in my review, Batman 6 Quest for Bad Dick. You get it? You guys get it? If you don't, it's okay. Or if you didn't think it was funny, it's alright too. I understand if no one finds that funny other than me.
kill the other just as he predicted. Batman seems more okay with this idea this time around because he knows that thanks to the Killing Joke, he made a genuine attempt to talk things out before the inevitable. And that's what this story symbolizes to me. Not the end of their suicide course, but the gunshot that starts the two of them down that track. Of course, this is all 100% speculation. I could be, and probably am, completely wrong.
I think
But that's what's so great about this story. It's left just vague enough
yeah.
that we can all interpret it in different ways, seeing what we want to see in it regardless of the original intention. But is that a good thing? Should we stop trying to make theories and speculation and instead try to find out what Alan Moore and Brian Boland truly meant to say with this story? How much does authorial intent really matter? We'll discuss that in part 3 of the Killing Joke saga in a few weeks. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that, and if you really want, turn on notifications so
Well, I mean, it's supposed to be ambiguous, so we all interpret it in different ways. I still think that, yeah, I think maybe, you know, because I really don't think Batman killed the Joker. I think he knocked him out. I think, yeah, it could be possible that he got knocked out. It could be really, really possible that he got knocked out, but, like, I don't think Batman would literally try to kill Joker. At least, not yet. But in Hush, he did kill the Joker, like, because, you know, he thought, you know, because Joker, like, fucked with his friend. He's like, oh, I'm gonna kill, you know, he wasn't gonna kill the Joker. And I was like, oh, shit. Even though Batman was way too lovey-dovey with Catwoman. I mean, it's cool for them to be lovey-dovey a little bit, but, like, in that, Do you understand? Like the joke, the Batman 5 quest for Catwoman's pussy is just like a thing. And then I found out, looking at Benny the Comic Historian's video, that in the freaking animated universe, freaking Batgirl and Batman got it up. They they got it on. I am not kidding. Look this up because the animated series has its own set of comics that talks about this. Where Barbara basically gets it on with Batman. They almost have a kid. She miscarries. And the one thing that hurts me the most about this is Nightwing. That's why you don't see Nightwing in the animated series as much, and that's why you don't see him in Batman Beyond, because he was so pissed off he didn't want nothing to do with Batman. And I'm like, oh, Dick, dude, no. And I just don't like it because, yeah, that's where that ship basically leads. And I'm like, okay, I understand, Bruce Timm. That's how it was in the animated universe, in the original animated universe. But like in Batman 6, I'm not calling that part the Killing Joke, because the Killing Joke was still pretty good. Even though they shortened a few things and added a few things. But basically what I'm trying to say is that's why Bruce Timm that's why they added that in there. Because of the first animated series. And it really doesn't make any sense, because I'm like, okay, is this version of the Killing Joke a part of the original the original DC animated series? I mean, part of the animated universe? Is it part of the first animated universe, or this new one that they're trying to make? I don't really get it. And the one thing that really does piss me off is that I love Teen Titans, the original, but they never had Batman and Robin. They never had Robin talk why he left Batman. We always kind of said, like, maybe some stuff happened between Batman, and maybe the whole. I can't say it. If that did, if we're going to, if like Teen Titans was supposed to be part of the animated universe, what if that's like no, that wouldn't make any sense, because Dick Grayson is still Robin at that point. But it still does piss me off that Teen Titans couldn't be in the actual animated universe, and we only got like hints. Like, we had one Robber say like, "Don't you work for Batman?" He's like, "I work alone." And he doesn't. They don't really say Batman. I don't know the fuck why they're. I'm just saying that whole thing is just kind of stupid. I wish they would I wish they would make another season of Teen Titans. I mean, I get it. You guys like Go. I'm not gonna say you all are stupid. I just think the people who are behind it are madmen behind the wheel. Are madmen and women behind the wheel. But the thing is, we can have the original exist and have this exist at the same time. Hold on, guys. And guys, when I realized that, I was like, come on, Bruce Timm, no, man. That's why you did this, to fulfill the anime universe and having. Excuse me. But anyway, it's like I said, Um, anyways, like I said, now I understand where that came from. And even though I don't understand it, and it is a part of that, it is a part of that universe. I don't know if the Killing Joke is really in the original animated universe of DC. So they just made like a reference or a connection to that, and it probably isn't what it is. But you know what? Since I am sitting here and I don't want to play Virtual Quest for a few more minutes, we're gonna look into it, shall we? Is the animated version of the Killing Joke in the original animated universe for DC? I'm trying to see if anybody knows. So we're gonna hit up a few. We're gonna hit up a few sites. Yeah, this is how I gather information, kids. I go to every freaking website I can get my hands on. That's the thing. Okay, let's see. The producer Bruce Timm explains the Warner Brothers animators thinking behind the storyline, saying that there is a clearly unstated attraction between the two characters from the very beginning, and I think they're in the comics. If we go back to the Adam West show, there is a it's subtle, but it's always been there. It's subtle, but to me, it's always been there. I guess I haven't seen the Adam West show, but I'm like, yeah. This sounds like a development of fans arguing about the quite some time. Perhaps the intended result that we hope Barbara and Bruce didn't make its way into the comics. Well, it kinda did, because the animated series had their own like little comics and But what we're really trying to find out here is it's still part of the original animated universe. That's what we're trying to find out. And I don't think it is. I'm still gonna try and look real quick, see if I can find anything. But if I can't, I can't. Is the animated version of Killing Joke? Okay, let me see. Let me reword this. No. Maybe. It's not really telling me a lot of what I need to know, but it looks like we're not going to get it. Simply put, this is talking more about the Killing Joke and various theories, but I don't really, or maybe it is. Maybe it's a hint that, yes, maybe this is. But don't believe me that there's actually a little bit of something there. We're gonna go to Benny the Comic Historian. You know, a lot of people always say, like, Bugsy, how do you do your research? I'm like, dudes, I freaking just look it up. I go look at multiple sources, see what I can get, see what I can gather. I was a whiz at doing reports, guys, in school. Like, seriously, I gathered all sorts of information on whatever topic I was doing. So, yeah, so it helps me out. It helps me out in present day. You know what I mean? Let's see what we get here.
How does Wendy's make fries that are worthy of the name Baconator? Start with thick applewood smoked bacon, add cheddar and
That
creamy
sounds
cheese
good,
sauce to
but
natural cut
not
fries.
here. That's not what I'm here for.
Before we begin, just let me get 30 seconds of your time.
I don't.
The end for the
Yeah,
DC
I'll look at
animated
it later.
universe. Warner Brothers just much any of Batman's supporting cast. More and more heroes were becoming off limits. They started to him, but they also got to try out other milestone characters in their comics. This show crossed over with the new Batman Adventures,
Let me see if I can find
new
it.
heroes. This series really started to play with the concept of linking everything together in a much more meaningful way. Not only did we continue the idea that everything from the past 10 years of the cartoons is in the same timeline, but they also brought the idea further by stating that Terry was some sort of clone of Bruce Wayne, and that there was also a behind-the-scenes relationship with characters such
There we
as
go.
Batman, Dick Grayson, and Batgirl, adding an odd love triangle in which Batman got Batgirl pregnant, Dick Grayson was furious over it, hence why he wasn't in the new Batman Adventures, and how Batgirl had a miscarriage. This is all explored much further in the comic book tie-ins to the series, but it was suggested in the show. At this time, there really
So, yeah. Again, I don't really know if this basically... I don't know if the Killing Joke really ties into all this, but I guess it's a little something to think about. Well, boys and girls, you will see me a little bit later for the last Steven review for a week, and you will see me back on Monday. You'll see me back on Monday, slinging it, and doing what I do. Yonk, can you sleep? No, Bugsy, I'm just trying to catch a few of these. Sorry, man. I'm sorry if I wasn't part of this video. I had to sleep a little bit. Ugh. Guys, dude, do you even understand? You have a fucking house cafe. I didn't know this. I didn't know where we live is like Japan. Well, it's not really. It's, I guess they're trying to open something new. For more business. I know, but do you understand how hard it is for me? You know, I had to be all delightful and cheerful in my job, and like, how you doing? Yeah, you took some cues from Ansakmar? Yeah. Seems to be working. I'm getting fucking tips. Whatevs, but you mind if I just sleep in your bed for a bit? I just need a minute. Alright, buddy. You still be here for the Steven Universe? Just wake me up, buddy. Jab me with my bat, and I'll get up. Here, take it. Alright. Thanks. No problem, buddy. Thanks for letting me use your bed. It's alright. Heck, with this new timeline we're in now, you actually are in my family, so it's kind of a good thing. I'll see you guys later. Bye, folks. Again, sorry if I wasn't in this video enough. Yonk needs sleep really badly. See ya.